It's Green Bay and Kansas City, two legendary franchises facing off for just the 14th time. It's a rematch of Super Bowl I, and it's only on EA Sports.
From one of the loudest venues in the NFL, there's a look at... Set to go in a rematch of what would come to be known later as the first Super Bowl. The Chiefs and Packers are underway. Here's Mecole Hardman. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Chiefs offense now ready to go to work for the first time, led by Patrick Mahomes, the 2018 NFL Most Valuable Player.
And what a first half of the season he's had, leading the NFL in passing yards to this point. He's been a tough man to slow down. So this defense certainly has its work cut out for him.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now Mahomes. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout. And that means your offense has to keep pace.
And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
Well, so far on this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure, or do they play coverage on this down?
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. Chris Barnes coming in to drop it for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th.
It's always hard for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. On 4th down, Tommy Townsend to punt for Kansas City. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Now Cobb to return. A good kick, 48 yards, 4 on the return. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. Now we get a look at Aaron Rodgers as he gets set to lead this Green Bay Packer offense. Rodgers now in his 17th season in the league, and of course, coming off the MVP trophy.
And I think if you ask most folks to give you their first half MVP, very likely they're going to say it's this man right here. The NFL's leader in touchdown passes to this point in the season. Still 2 months to go. But if he can keep going to the pace he's at, this is going to be a dangerous team come January, and he could very well walk away with the MVP.
The numbers for Jones last week, 17 carries, 71 yards, and a touchdown.
Well, this is where it becomes a challenge for the offensive coordinator. He's got a bell cow at tailback right now, number 3 in the league in rushing, within shouting distance of the lead. But at the same time, if the passing game is open, he's got to take advantage of that too.
Rodgers finding Adams for a Packer first. Now a 1st down carry by Jones. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
So, CD, you look at this offense and what they've been able to do. 8-0, perfect through the first 2 months of the year. Second half of the season still to come. We get that. But what kind of a percentage chance do you think that they have of running the table?
Partner, I think it's hard to say because history would tell us that the chances aren't good at all. We've seen a lot of good teams get to this point, and then they have that one bad week and takes them out of the running. I'm going to say 25%, and I feel like I'm being generous with that number.
And the throw there going to be incomplete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away.
Here's Hardman to return.
33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. Kansas City taking the field for their second drive.
5-3, their record at the halfway point. And you have to imagine that there are folks saying, hey, if we do that again in the second half, we're 10-6 and we're a playoff team.
I do think, though, that they have a couple things working against them. And number one, the schedule, that's going to toughen up a bit because they've got some division games down the stretch, and those are always difficult. Number two, you know they've got to stay healthy. That's the key to getting to the playoffs and winning in the playoffs. But they've got a shot at it. This is a good football team.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Mahomes. It's complete here to T.Y. Hilton. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Those defense for the Packers, they were excellent a week ago in the victory over Arizona.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge, and that's good enough for a 1st down. And that one results in 35 yards.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now it's Mahomes again. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. To throw again on 2nd down. Mahomes. Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. Rashawn Gary in there to get him sack number 14 for him on the year.
But enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
After the sack, things get a little tougher here. 3rd and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Under again, Rashawn Gary. What a season he continues to have. His 15th sack of the campaign.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
Here's Tommy Townsend now. Into the Midwestern air, and it's a good one. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. The Packers offense here coming back out for their 2nd drive.
They're at the halfway point of the season, Charles. 8-0. What a great start. Clearly a Super Bowl contender, if not the outright favorite, through 2 months to win the whole thing.
Well, there aren't too many bad things you can say right now because this team is playing pretty well. They've had a couple of injuries. That could plague them down the stretch. But their intensity doesn't waver. I think the road to the Super Bowl is going to go through them in the playoffs. And if you're on their road, things could be bumpy for you.
Working with a 2nd and 3.
Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And he'll work this one up to about the 38.
Working with 2nd and 5 now.
From the shotgun, a give to Jones. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39. Here's Rodgers. And the Chiefs are going to get him. Frank Clark in there to get him. And on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
Good play there by Frank Clark. Only 6 sacks in 2020, the fewest since his rookie year of 2015. But don't let that small number fool you. Provides consistent pressure against quarterbacks. A Pro Bowler the last 2 seasons.
Here's J.K. Scott now as he'll punt it away for the second time. This will be a 41-yard punt, 3 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Set to take over, Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs. And I guess the question, Charles, is what's the formula for keeping him better protected? Because as we see, the protection, it struggled.
And normally what you get is renewed determination. When the big guy gets hit, that usually sparks people. Hey, we can't let this happen anymore. They take it personally. He's not supposed to be on the ground, but that hasn't been the case so far in this game. So maybe they've got to figure out how do they get rid of the ball faster to help out the offensive line so he doesn't get hit as much.
And we'll see if they can keep him off the ground now going forward. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. The end result, 21 yards.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and of course, foot dragging.
Little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
Mahomes now on first down. He's got it to Hilton. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
Line of scrimmage, the 43 on 2nd and 4.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
Good coverage on the outside, and I think that's where he wanted to check that down to. But once he saw the danger over there, he just threw that one over everyone's head. Smart play.
And again, it's Mahomes.
Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down.
Yeah, it's still early in the game. No sense taking a chance on 3rd down and forcing one into traffic. So I like the wise play he made there. Get it to the sideline out of bounds where no one's going to have a chance at it.
Butker's kick here is good. And the Chiefs are out to a 3-0 lead. So they do get 3 points, but that's now 3 drives with only the 3 points. Not a ratio that's going to win you many ball games.
Not at all, Brandon. And think about it this way. We all know payoff is the key, right? And wouldn't we love to have the concession on every T-shirt that's been printed in football that says finish on it? Because that's the mantra everywhere. Got to be able to finish drives, put points on the board.
Here's Aaron Jones in the offense trotting back out. So far, been so good this season. Well on his way, as you see, to a 1,000-yard campaign. Is he almost having the type of year to where you say, let's let him get his and we'll control everything else?
That's one way to go about it. Personally, I go about it differently. I'm taking on the bullet. I've got to, because he gives his team an identity.
Shedding the tackle that gives him some room. And all the way down to the 35. A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run.
And boy, CD, it's one thing to watch a great run, but when it's a great run with broken contact, it's like a cherry on top. That was a nice play.
Yeah, and that's a run born out of ferociousness. He took on that initial contact and in his mind just screamed, out of my way, and kept right on going and wound up turning it into a big play.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. Over the middle, complete. That's Adams. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. And between the last 2 plays, they moved it over half the length of the football field. On 1st down, it's Jones. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
So 3 plays, already first and goal, and they are wasting little time. Now Jones. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. Second and goal from inside the 5. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4.
So it's third and goal now. This is where the KC crowd can make it very tough.
Flush to his right. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Aaron Rodgers taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Packers have taken the lead.
Well, that's what you want to see from your quarterback when it's a goal line situation. A guy who's not afraid to tuck the ball, give his body up, and get into the end zone. That ought to inspire his entire team.
On is Mason Crosby for the point after. And this is up and good to make it 7-3. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it results in a 4-yard touchdown run. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Here's Hardman on the return. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
And now here comes Kansas City. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. It's a long field goal that they got. They love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see Mahomes hit. He lost the football. After 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Second quarter from Arrowhead. It's the Chiefs in possession. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Now here's Mahomes. It's Hill, complete. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. Give him a loss of 6 yards, and it brings up 3rd down.
When you lose that kind of yardage on a pass play, you often expect it to be a sack. But that wasn't the case there. They completed the pass. Probably would have been better off just dropping the football and making an incompletion as opposed to catching it and losing that kind of yardage.
The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and a mile. Mahomes going to throw. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Rashawn Gary in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 for him now on the year.
Well, Charles, this has been something to watch so far. This is where you really feel for a quarterback. He's been running for his life in this first half.
Brandon, that's 5 sacks already, so you know he's got to be saying, can we get some more guys in here to block, please? Because if we don't, we're going to need another quarterback.
Here's the Chiefs punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Now a fair catch called for and taken here, and that'll set up his guys in great field position. They'll call that a 33-yard punt with no return. And the Packers will have a short field to work with here as they take over 1st and 10. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
The opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Back to the ground, this time with Jones.
48 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
The Packers on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. To throw is Rodgers. He finds Randall Cobb on the completion.
And he is going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That reception, his 600th NFL catch. Congratulations. Quite the accomplishment. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. To throw, it's Rodgers. The left side throw complete to Adams. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. Rodgers now to throw. Caught by Cobb. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. Rodgers to throw once more. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And incomplete on the deep ball. The field goal unit's going to stay put on the sideline. They're going to go on 4th down here. They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
Now Rodgers. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And it's a Packers touchdown.
Robert Tonyan.
His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Packers add 6 to their lead.
As a general rule, quarterbacks don't want to lock in on a receiver before the ball is snapped. But in this case, based on the matchup he thought he was going to get, it was favorable for his tight end. He locked in on him early and found him for a touchdown.
Extra point try now for Crosby. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And it ends with a Packers touchdown. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Hardman, he is not going to bring this out, so they will start the drive at the 25. Now this Chiefs offense gets set to go again.
Their deficit is 11, 14-3, and needing to get something going here as they come up on 1st and 10. Throwing now is Mahomes. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Hill. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. From the 30 on second down, Mahomes. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down. Mahomes now to throw. Over the middle here, it's Hilton. And he's going to come up a bit short. He needed to get to the 35 for the first, but he only makes it to the 34. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to fourth down.
A short game that doesn't get them the first down brings up a fourth down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. Here's the Chiefs punter now, as he'll punt it away for the fourth time today. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And the fair catch is made at about the 27-yard line. Just 34 yards on the punt there, no return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Getting set to go again here on offense, Keenan Allen marches back onto the field. Sitting right around the midpoint of the season, on pace for 1,000 yards. Good year so far, and I'm sure film study being devoted to him a little bit more on the other side.
They have to, because the pace that he's carrying right now, if you're pushing 1,000-yard pace as a receiver, that means he warrants your attention. And right now, precision is going on with their offense. Kind of like that timepiece you wear on your wrist. You know, that good stuff. You got to knock that off somehow. Chip away at that timing. Change things up a little bit and make them go to other things and make them do those things better.
Yeah, try to make him uncomfortable. Not many teams have been able to do that so far this year. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They'll run it with Jones and give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure you're back. You spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
From just shy of midfield, Rodgers over the middle. That's caught by Adams. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer. And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. A give to Jones. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. The Packers on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Throwing now is Rodgers. And that will be incomplete. And this one is no good. He missed it. And this score will stay right where it is.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
And Kansas City's offense now set and ready to go.
These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Now a throw for the All-Pro Kelsey is complete. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark it down at the 9. How about a 39-yard pickup? They'll take it.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far. And never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's first and goal from just inside the 10. Here's Mahomes to throw. And that, incomplete. Daylight in front if he could have held on, but he didn't. So instead, it's second down. Second down and goal. Mahomes. And that is caught. Touchdown, Kansas City. T.Y. Hilton. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Chiefs are able to get this back within a touchdown. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. Harrison Butker is on for the extra point. And he's got it. That cuts the lead. It's now 14-10. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it winds up with the Chiefs hitting pay dirt. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Now the return. Here comes Randall Cobb. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Here's Aaron Jones in the offense, trotting back out. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the second quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. Gets a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. The give is to Jones. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up third down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
The Packers on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Rodgers going to throw.
That ball nearly intercepted, but he could not hang on. Oh, a pick there certainly would have been nice. Instead, at least it'll be 4th down. On is the punter Scott here as he gets this one away.
And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. And trotting back out onto the field, Travis Kelce. That's really been a blistering start to the season for him so far. He's on pace to blow past 1,000 yards. The good receivers, it's interesting, though. You put extra coverage on them, they probably view that as a challenge. All right, I'm going to go after this. You put one guy on them, then they feel disrespected, and they want it to. So how do you cover it?
You're exactly right. That's an insult, right? Especially the year that he's having. But I just have to go ahead and not.
Now the pressure comes, and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Rashawn Gary in there to get him, and that is now sack number 18 on the season for him.
Well, collectively as a defense, Charles, I think if you get 4 sacks a game, you're feeling really good. Now they have 6 as a unit. And
that type of a number is just staggering because there's so many ways to try and counteract it. But in this case, they've got no answers for this unrelenting pressure coming at their quarterback.
They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Another try after the first down sack. Mahomes on target over the middle to Hill. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. To throw, it's Mahomes. toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge, and that's good enough for a first down. Throwing on first down is Mahomes. His throw incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
2nd and 10.
Mahomes to throw once more. This is caught by Hilton. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. The Chiefs have got the passing game rolling a bit, and another first down.
Meanwhile, Mahomes' throw caught by his receiver, Hill.
The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
Mahomes' throw here pulled in by Hilton. And they will have a first down as they are definitely in field goal range now, down at the 20-yard line.
Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. Complete, the tight end Kelce. And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15. They'll contain him to just 4, 2nd down. Now Mahomes.
Another pass into the reliable hands of Kelce.
That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be 3rd down. And they'll be in search of 6 yards here on 3rd down. This is now the 9th play of the drive. He is going to find Hill here. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
But that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
And in for the Chiefs touchdown.
Clyde Edwards-Helaire.
As the first half is winding down. And the Chiefs are going to jump back in front.
CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of backfield.
That's a really good point because you got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes?
Now, I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call.
Butker on for the PAT. It's good, and they'll take a 17-14 lead. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And it's capped off with a Kansas City touchdown.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
Here comes Cobb.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
And with Rodgers behind center, you wonder if they'll take one shot at this.
Rodgers now on first down. Got an open man. It's Valdes-Scantling. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. A final shot before half for Rodgers. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that is incomplete. So we are at halftime here on Halloween. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, make sure you avoid the crazies out there and welcome in everybody to this Halloween edition of our EA Sports Halftime Report.
We now proceed to the start of the second half.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point.
Here comes Cobb.
And he returns this to the 22.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
The Packers ready to go to start quarter number 3. And they do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive for them, because is it going to win the game? No, but you have to do something to bring some life to your sideline.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Now Rodgers. Caught on the right side by Jones. Give him 6 on the screen, but now it's 3rd down. Here's Rodgers. Got a man, it's Tunyon. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A gain of 19 and picking up the first.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
On 1st down, Rodgers. And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. Frank Clark has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
And keep in mind, in addition to the 2 sacks that he now has, CD, he's also had a couple of quarterback hurries. He's been very disruptive.
To put it mildly, and it reminds me of the time I asked an offensive tackle who struggled like this in a game. He said he was telling the coach, hey, what do you want me to do? This guy's just eating me alive. And the coach finally just looked at him and said, applaud.
After the sack on 1st down, Rodgers. And this is incomplete.
Rafe going to give out a little applause on that play. It has to go to the defense. More good work by them. They've taken away the passing lanes all game long, and you can see the frustration that it's causing, because he just about threw that one into the first row.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. To throw, it's Rodgers. Trying to force it to Allen, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line.
So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice, because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it's a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
So here are the Chiefs to take over. They're on a 3-game winning streak, and right now looking good in this one as well. So after the INT, here's Mahomes. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Mahomes gets this one to Hill. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. Now here's Mahomes. He's got it to Hilton. And he will have a Chiefs first down. They needed 5 there on 3rd down. He winds up getting 7.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
And they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Looking to throw is Mahomes. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Mahomes complete to Hilton. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. From the gun on 3rd down, Mahomes. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Za'Darius Smith racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in one game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
Butker's kick here is good. And they stretch the lead to 6. It's 20-14 now.
So it was a 3-point lead at halftime, and they doubled that with a field goal here.
And I think defensively, you've got to be okay with that because you've kept this game within a touchdown. Your hope is that you've inspired your offense to put a drive together, get in the end zone themselves, and hopefully get you the lead.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
We got this.
Number 12 back out there. Aaron and his Packer teammates set to begin their drive. And he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball.
Yeah, and you know, the quarterbacks that I know that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team, they tell them, that's on me. That's my bad. But let's go back out there and move ahead again, guys. We can get this done.
One good thing for him, it did only lead to 3 points and not a touchdown after that turnover.
Big thanks to the defense.
Elton Jenkins, the Pro Bowler, flag there.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. To throw is Rodgers. Over the middle, that's caught by Adams. And he's able to get up here to the 26. Call it a gain of 12, but of course not a 1st down due to the previous penalty. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 46. Now it's Rodgers.
A throw complete to the tight end, Tunyon.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Rodgers going to give this one to Dillon.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
To pick up the 1st. From the gun, it's Rodgers. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
Crossbar, no good. A long-range effort denied 3 points at the very end. All things considered, a pretty good kick. Just cruel punishment there to be denied by the crossbar.
If you're going to hit from that distance, sometimes you're going to need a little luck. And unfortunately for him, this time the break goes against him.
KC's offense ready to take over.
And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had a field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
From the 44, Mahomes. Open man here. It's the tight end, Kelsey. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. A gain there of 21 yards. He's been a busy man here in this one, and they're showing off some nice footwork to stay in bounds.
And with those types of catches and the volume that we've seen in this game, wouldn't you keep him busy as well?
I would.
Of course. You got to keep throwing it to him. He keeps making plays.
Mahomes now on first down. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back in the 32. Kenny Clark, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Another try after the first down sack. Mahomes. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down. Butker's kick here is good, and that will make this a 9-point lead.
A second field goal here in his 3rd quarter, and his 3rd of the game so far.
He's been an important part of the offense, that's for sure, and they may need him again before this one's said and done. So I would treat him like a pitcher throwing a no-hitter. Leave him alone and let him focus.
Here comes Cobb.
And he won't quite make it to the 25.
Here's Aaron Jones in the offense trotting back out. So after that hot start, the numbers here show the decline. What has the defense done adjustment-wise?
Sometimes when you have a running back who's gotten off to a hot start, you've got to catch him before he really gets going. So you change what you do across the defensive front. Instead of the linebackers being back a few yards, you bring them up closer. It's what we call mugging the line of scrimmage, taking away a lot of blocking angles and gaps, and maybe stopping him before he can get going.
Mugging the line of scrimmage, okay.
Yeah, in this case.
On 2nd and 9, Rodgers. And that's complete to Adams. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 63 yards receiving for him now. And that last catch good enough for a first down. Here's Rodgers to throw. He goes right back to Adams. That's complete. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. Caught by Cobb. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31.
The timing was absolutely true as he caught it working across the field. Plenty of space for him to roam, but notice how he keeps his head on a swivel looking for defenders who may crop up out of nowhere. That turned into a big play.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. They'll try the right side with Jones. And a short gain here down to the 22. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Rodgers now to throw. And they'll get to him short of the 1st down at about the 16. The kick by Crosby is good, and that'll move them back within 6 now.
So 3 points, maybe not a grand prize at this stage, but it does get them back within 1 score.
It certainly does, because now they stay within shouting distance, so that means everyone on your sideline stays engaged in this game. They know they still have a shot.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Patrick Mahomes on his way out for their next drive. He has been consistent, hasn't he? He played well in the 1st quarter, good 2nd quarter, and now continuing that here in the 3rd.
And that's the word that they're always seeking from the guy taking the snaps, is consistency. Taking care of the ball, making sure it gets to the right people, no errors, right? Not turning it over, and just doing all the right things. That's leadership, and it inspires confidence in a team.
Been a good leadership and a good distributor. Mahomes will try again on 2nd down. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. From the gun, it's Mahomes. And now another one thrown incomplete. Here's the Chiefs punter now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. But we'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. And this will be a Packers 1st down as good running gets them to about the 44.
Another carry for their leader, and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch victory.
Jones.
And this will be a Packers 1st down as good running gets them to about the 44.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Now Jones. And he'll work this forward for about 3. It's second down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now they'll throw with Rodgers. And this is caught. Mercedes Lewis with a grab. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. First target, first catch, and a first down. About 3 yards there to the 27.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Right 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. On play action. Now Rodgers.
Open man left side. It's the tight end, Tonyan.
And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
They'll run on first down. It's Jones. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Again, it's Jones. And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more. Throwing is Rodgers on third down. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And he's going to be taken down here, still a couple yards short of the first. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender. But a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a 4th down.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Now Rodgers got to have this one. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Packers unable to pick up the first. And it'll be a turnover on downs. Charles, you said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
On 2nd and 7, Mahomes. It's Hill, complete. And he's going to get this from the 6 out to the 12. A pickup of 6 as they double their workspace. Mahomes looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And that is incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt.
And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. Now trotting out there, the Packers getting ready to go. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4th, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold
But he
up.
trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it, be aggressive, because I've got the Wild Bunch backing me up over here on my own sideline.
Well, we'll see what his offense can do. On 1st down, Rodgers. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
On second down, Dillon.
And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1.
It's rare that a man his size can at least push forward for a yard, but they stopped him there for nothing.
You're talking about tiny? You're talking about the little guy back
Tiny.
there? That monster. Yeah, you're exactly right. And it takes a group effort to get a guy like that down and not let him find some space. The first guy in, he's got to take one for the team, right? Because he's just waiting there and holding on for everyone else to help him out.
That's David Bakhtiari, the all-pro tackle, guilty on that one.
Well, that's a tough, costly penalty, because now it makes it 3rd and 6 after the false start. Rodgers going to throw. Open man, here is Cobb. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
On first down, it's Jones. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Now Rodgers. He hauls it in. Valdez-Scantling for the Packers touchdown. Marquez Valdez-Scantling, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Packers are an extra point away from taking the lead. And they use that height on the outside to get the score.
We've seen the evolution of the wide receivers. They've gotten taller and taller, but they've retained their quickness and their speed. It's a lethal combination.
Always good to have wide receivers with height. Now Crosby for the point after. And with that, his guys take the lead here by a point. So this drive spans 7 plays. And the result, a Green Bay score. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Here's Hardman on the return. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
Let's go, buddy.
Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over.
And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one.
On first down, Mahomes gets this one to Hill.
7 yards the pickup there.
From the 31, Mahomes. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, but it looks like the Chiefs are going to get it back.
Fortunate to get that football back, because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity, because it could have been lost there, their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
So possession still theirs, but now they face a third down. Working from the gun, Mahomes. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up fourth down. Here's the Chiefs punter now, standing right on his own 5-yard line. On the return comes Cobb. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. So here are the Packers now to take over. They've gone 2 months without a loss. 8 straight wins for them. And they've got the lead here in this one as well. Trying to make it 9 in a row. Rodgers will bring the Pack up with a 1st and 10 at their 38. To throw is Rodgers. Looking deep for Adams. And this nearly an interception, but it's incomplete. Well, a turnover really would have helped him there, but not to be. On 2nd and 10. Rodgers. This one complete to Tunyon underneath. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. 4th quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They're facing a critical 3rd down now as they try to hold on to this lead. Complete. This is Lewis. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Here's J.K. Scott now as he's on to punt for Green Bay. Calls for the fair catch, makes the fair catch just inside the 15-yard line. 33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And the Chiefs are going to take over with a long field ahead and a 1st and 10. Here comes Mahomes and the Chiefs. Down 24-23, a minute 50 to play. They've won 3 in a row, but they've got work to do if they want to get a 4th in a row as they come up on 1st down. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. Mahomes. Finding Kelsey. And he'll be just shy of the 20 at the 19 as he goes out of bounds. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5. Mahomes will throw. Over the middle here, it's Hilton. And he will have a Chiefs 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Mahomes. Connecting with Hill. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. The Chiefs will try and get to the line quickly. Mahomes to throw it. Oh, and that nearly ended it. That should have been intercepted, but he cannot corral it, and that is a lifeline there with 3rd down coming up. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Mahomes. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Now Mahomes got to have this one. And that is incomplete, but there is a flag. And on 4th down, this is a big call. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
And oh, that one nearly intercepted. That would have sealed it. Instead, it'll be 2nd down. Here's Mahomes. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down.
Mahomes. And this nearly intercepted. Probably should have been. Had he caught it, it would have sealed it. Instead, one more chance coming up on 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Mahomes.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over.
Everyone gears up for 3rd down, talks about the importance of it. But 4th down, that's truly the moment of truth play, isn't it?
Everything's dialed up a little bit more. And, it's such a momentum play, isn't it?
Absolutely, because it can flip either way depending on who converts on 4th down.
And they take a knee.
And how about this finish? Able to take a knee, run out the clock, and close this game out by 1 point. You talk about how many coaches we talked to? They all said the same. All I want to do is win by 1 point. That got tested in this one.
Yep, and that cliche rings true. A single penny separates this one. So it's all over. A Green Bay victory, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the 4th quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger